A name that I've seen a lot of Suns fans intrigued with, and to be honest, I'm surprised doesn't usually get mocked higher than he is on our All NBA mock draft big board. He's coming in at number 25, just ahead of Joan Beranger. That is St. Joseph's Rasheer Fleming, 21 years old, a forward that can also play a little bit of center. He's 6'9", with a 7'5" wingspan and a 9'1" standing reach, who put up these stats in college. 14.7 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, 1.3 assists per game, shot 64.6% from inside the arc, 39% on a high volume from beyond the arc as well. Again, 6'9", 220, 7'5" wingspan, 9'1" standing reach, also averaged 1.5 blocks per game, 1.4 steals per game, so just about 3 stocks per game. Whew. That is quite the physical specimen, Stephen, quite the stats. What pops out about Rasheer Fleming to you, and why is he not higher with all these measurables?
Yeah, I can't answer to the why he's not higher part, but what I can answer to as far as what pops out, everything. The athleticism is ridiculous. The measurables are incredible, and the skill within all of that, especially defensively. I think the kids call him defensive demons. He's very much one of those. He understands with his instincts more than anything, and he's also great with versatility. He can guard forwards and centers, and that gives you a layer of versatility that you can build lineups around. You can also kind of put him in a pinch and kind of have him help to bridge the gap when things are missing. And the other big thing is also 44% on catch and shoot threes.
Jeez. The
So we're
form
talking
is
about
so smooth,
all
too.
of that, and
It's
then
so
you have
quick.
that too. Come on, man.
If you are not a draft person, and I get it, some people just like NBA ball. I prefer NBA ball, but I love this time of the year. I love watching college basketball. Watch some of his highlights. His defensive instincts and his shot blocking ability. Now, to be fair, it was an A10. That's the conference that St. Joseph's in, so not a Power 4 conference in college basketball, but still dominated that competition. Still was a good team. St. Joseph's was a good team last year. The combination of the size, the athleticism, the positional versatility, the three-point shooting, the interior rim pressure, and the stocks, the defense. If the Suns walk away from the first round with Rasheer Fleming at whatever pick, I think that's a home run. I genuinely think that is a home run. When I mentioned earlier in the show that I felt like Asa Newell would be one of the top players that I would like to pair alongside Devin Booker as far as fit, this is number one. This is the type of player that if the Suns walk away with him, and now you have a wing rotation of Ryan Dunn and Rasheer Fleming defensively, that's incredible. Rasheer Fleming's offense is going to help make up for some of the deficiencies that Ryan Dunn showed, plus will give him more space and room to operate from the three-point line and then inwards. Would just be an awesome pick and roll partner for Book, would help cover up defensively on the interior and the perimeter. The only real question with Rasheer Fleming, which again, it shocks me that so many mock drafts have him going so close to pick number 29, is can he do it against better competition? But Stephen, the measurables are there, the stats are there, the eye test is there. He dominates against these players. That's not a concern for me. I'm extremely high on Rasheer Fleming.
Yeah, I'm high on Fleming as well for all of the reasons that you mentioned. Also, very, very reliable on the boards as well. So he's checking off all of these boxes. You want to bring up the level of competition part, but that's not really in his control. All he can control is the production, and he put out such great tape that I feel like it's not ignorable in terms of the level. He's not in the Power 5 conference, but he's a player that's shown that there's levels of translatability to his game. And the fact that he can operate in so many different contexts, he can even potentially be a small ball 5. That gives you such a level of versatility that only takes but so much game film to see if a player has that or not, regardless of what level they might be on.
Yeah, he's a pure athlete. And as a small ball 5, his vertical reach, his wingspan will help you protect that. A little undersized for that position, but in the modern NBA, if you can shoot threes and you have the instincts, the athleticism, that doesn't matter as much. That's definitely like a 5 years down the line type of thing, though, at a small ball 5. Maybe not 5. It's a long time, but going from A10 power forward center to the NBA is a little different. Howie R. Bears in the chat wants to know comps for Rasheer Fleming. Like he's just so.
I was gonna say he's very unique. I don't know if I got one that's coming to mind right now.
Jeff says former Pacer Dale Davis.
We're gonna want a more modern name than Dale, though. That's a good pick, though.
6'8", 6'9", defensive prospect that can shoot 3. Rashard Lewis? But I mean Rashard Lewis.
And that's what I was gonna say. I see players that have some of it, but comprehensively is
Danny Granger, Howie says.
But DG was more of a 3 than a 4 until later in his career.
Maybe in the modern NBA, DG would have slid a little bit more into that 4 range.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a direct comp. I think if you just look at it positionally, ultimate 3 and D is how I see Rasheer Fleming. Ultimate defensive athleticism, catch and shoot, off the dribble shooting, and also not just a 3-point shooter, right? Can still be efficient, put pressure on the rim. Noah might have a comp.
Somebody said it earlier in the chat, but Pascal Siakam.
I don't think he has the on-ball creation skills.
He's not. That's not the same as Siakam. Siakam can literally initiate an offense and be a self-creator.
Maybe that's like the ceiling, right? But I didn't see the put the ball on the ground off the dribble midi type game out of Rasheer Fleming.
And that's what stopped me from making the Josh Smith comparison.
Yeah.
But you see the archetype, though. These are a lot of 3-4.
So much fun.
Yes. Elite on 2K, by the way. These are a lot of
100%.
A lot of 3-4 tweeners that can do just a bunch of different things that align with 4s as well as 3s. They can also triple as small ball 5s. So you see what we're getting at with that archetype.
Yeah, Howie says Cliff Robinson or Sharif Abdul-Rahim.
Yeah, I can see both of those two. Again, I don't think there's a perfect comp for him just because he's a very unique talent.
Zeke says Royce is just a lot smaller.
If Royce had his athleticism,
if Royce was bigger with that athleticism, it'd be a similar skill set.
The Suns would have been in the playoffs this season if Royce had those intangibles.
Yeah, and with Rasheer, I said maybe a couple of years before he's able to play that small ball 5, but I do think that he's the type of player that's instant impact. He will make your rotation instantly with his raw skills and ability.